Welcome to Tongue Twisters. Do you know what a tongue twister is? You have probably heard some, even if you didn't realise that that's what it was. It's a poem or a phrase that has a lot of words with the same sounds in it, making it really difficult to say quickly. Therefore, we get our tongue all in a knot and twisted. Try saying the following quickly. Red lorry, yellow lorry, 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 red lorry, yellow lorry. How far did you get before you gave up? There are just too many R's and L's in that for it to be easy to say quickly and out loud. Here's another tongue twister. Betty Botter. Betty Botter bought some butter, but, she said, this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So she bought a bit of butter better than her bitter butter, and she put it in her batter, and it made her batter better. So 'twas better Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter. Try saying the poem Betty Botter aloud and fast, and see how you get on. What sounds make it difficult to say without getting tied up? And last of all, do you know what batter is? Here's a third tongue twister, which I'm sure you've heard before. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled pepper? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? First of all, what is a peck? Secondly, what's a pickled pepper? And lastly, what sounds make it difficult to say this poem aloud? Try saying it aloud and fast yourself. Do you know any tongue twister poems already? If you do, write them out neatly, illustrated if you wish, and ask your parents to read them aloud, fast, while you listen carefully for any mistakes that they might make. See if they can do better than you. You might want to practice first, so that you can win. Try writing a tongue twister yourself. How to start? Think of a sound or a series of sounds. What sound shall we have? How about a C and B or a P? A Q sound would mess things up nicely. That all sounds as if it will be quite hard to say. Here goes with one which I've written. It's called Clarence Carver. Clarence Carver cut a caper, cutting cardboard in a cupboard, cutting carefully, cutting quickly, cutting cardboard in a cupboard. Clarence Carver counted cut costs cutting cardboard in a cupboard. Quick, cut quickly, quick, cut quickly, quick, cut quickly. Clarence Carver cut a caper. Now, you've just heard me say that, and you will have heard my mistake. That shows you that a tongue twister is very difficult to say aloud and fast. Some questions for you. What do you think cut a caper means? Would you need scissors to cut a caper? Secondly, you often hear the phrase counting the cost of something. What does it mean? Do you know anybody called Clarence? Last of all, it's your turn to write a tongue twister yourself. Draw some funny pictures to go with it. Tongue twisters are not always poems, of course. Some sentences are just very difficult to say aloud without making a mess of them. Can you make up some really hard to say sentences? See how you get on. Here are 2 examples of phrases that are difficult to say. Number 1. 6 slim, sticky, slick, sycamore saplings standing still. Number 2. 6 thick thistle sticks, 6 thick thistle sticks. Make up a game with your friends. Gather together as many tongue twisters as possible. Your friends may be able to help with this. Get some strong card or thick paper and cut it up into playing card size oblongs, as many as you like, but at least 20. On the back of each card write a tongue twister. It doesn't need to be a whole poem, just a few words will be okay. You need to play with a minimum of 2 people, but the more friends involved, the more fun it will be. The basic idea is that you score a point for successfully reading aloud the tongue twister that you pick up, and the winner or winning team is the one with the most points. Along the way, you'll fall about laughing as you and your friends become horribly tongue-tied, trying to speak fast and clearly. You can make up the rules yourself, but the most obvious one is that you have to be able to say the tongue twister without getting tongue twisted. Have fun. On the back of each card, you could illustrate each sentence, then keep your set of cards for when you have friends or family round.
Jane, a question. How much wood would a woodcutter cut if a woodcutter would cut wood?
A woodcutter would cut as much wood as a woodcutter would cut if a woodcutter would cut wood.
See? Only geniuses on the Words Please team.
Nothing but the best.